Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John, and this is Timberborn, and as you can see, a drought has just started. Only going to be 8 days, we'll be fine. But we have got a completed channel. So we have all of our water wheels in here. So when the water returns, we can test and see how much power this is going to generate. I'm hoping a lot, and I suspect it will be a lot. Everything else is pretty much as it was. I've not done a huge amount. I did put in another grease factory over here because we started to run a little bit low on grease again. So I'm hoping to just sort of get ahead of that and make sure we've got plenty. In terms of our repopulator over here, let's see if I can get the camera in a position where we can see it. There we go. It is taking shape. We have all of the gears, we have all of the metal blocks, and we are waiting for the last, 360 odd treated planks. We only have 96 in stock, but we are producing them, so we will get them sooner or later. What else have I done? Not a huge amount. I've put in a little bit of storage here and there. I've put in another hydroponic garden for mushrooms because it's very fluctuating. As you can see, we've got virtually none at the moment. They've all been turned into the fermented kind. So just upping the production on that. I am also coming up here with some dynamite, as you can see. I want to level this off because I was thinking we don't actually have a big old reservoir of water, which is unusual for us. We tend to build ourselves a big old reservoir. So I was thinking we've actually just got a little section here that we could turn into a reservoir, build up the sides, put in some water pumps to fill it, and have a reservoir. Yeah. The next thing we need to do is figure out what we're going to do with this power and what we're going to do with the water. Obviously, the bad water can just flow through here, powering this, and then off the map. But we could, in theory, run it all the time. Which means feeding water through it as well. But that water would then just disappear off the map unless we did something else with it. There's not much we can do with it here. We are below the level of this feed out for these source blocks here. We are below that level, so we wouldn't be able to connect this up here. The other option is, I suppose... I suppose we could come out this way. Yeah, maybe. Or just have it running during the bad tide. In which case it will probably produce more than enough power to top our batteries up, which are... they are currently dropping. I've switched off some of the engines that we had running to keep it topped up. The separate ones mostly. We have one turned off down here, so we are still running most of those. That will change obviously once we can get some power running through here. I mean, in theory, if we put sluices in, that would slow the flow down, wouldn't it? Yeah. Alright, maybe just floodgates then. And do it manually. I don't know. Would sluices flow this down? Because it's too deep, would it slow the flow down? It probably would, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, I said we could blow a trench out this way and come back through maybe here and just dump it into this section, which would feed it back into the main supply. I don't know. I'll have a think about that. Not sure. Not sure at all. Obviously, we've got no power over here. All this is unpowered at the moment, so I should actually probably... I was going to say, should I switch those off? Are the bots going to try and use them? I don't think they are they? Okay, that should be fine. Right. I'm going to spin on a little bit. I'm going to think about what we're going to do with the water there. I'm going to wait until we've got the explosives laid in to bring this down. And we will basically want to bring it down as far as we can go. We'll have to figure out how big a space we'll want. Probably down to, I guess, about here. Yeah, that will probably be fine, won't it? And then we'll build up levee walls around the edge. And then we'll figure out how we're going to fill it up. Because... where are we? Maximum depth of 8. Yeah. So we'd want to probably set up a staging... well, I suppose we'd figure out how high it needs to be. And then figure out a staging system for the water pumps to fill it up. Okay. I mean, it'll be easy enough to power it because we've got power right here. Okay, I will spin on then. I'll let them get on with building up our repopulator and producing the treated planks we need. And we'll see how we do through the drought. Okay, about 2 days left of the drought, and we're making progress with our explosives over here. We are making slow progress with our earth repopulator. We have 1,700 of the treated planks we need. We only have 68 left because we are running very low on... in fact, we're running so low I can't see it. There we are. We have 7 pine resin left. So I have... if we have a look at our cutting orders, I've extended that a little bit there. Just so we get a few more trees saved from the forester's axe. So we can produce some more pine resin over there. And over here, I've cleared the cutting order on this section. And I've popped in a tapper's shack and some storage for pine resin just there. So hopefully that will help, but it's going to take a little while. Let's have a look at these. Yeah, it's going to take a few days before they start producing pine resin, but we'll start getting some in, and that will up our supply of the treated planks, I would hope. In addition, over here, as you can see, thank you autosave, I've laid in some explosives. So let's set these off. We have 3 tiers of explosives here, just clearing out this section on the end of the wheels between the wheels and the district here. So we'll set these off one section at a time. There we go, that's the first one. I think I've got this all set up correctly, so hopefully this should all bring it down to the same level. And now we just have the 2 sets of singles to set off. Oops, and finally, these ones. And I realise now that I've made a terrible mistake. We are going to need to put in some levees pretty sharpish. Like so. That was silly of me. Never mind, we'll get those laid in without any problems. We will also connect up that path. Okay, and now we can bring the power across from here and connect it up there. So we'll chuck ourselves a cross intersection on there, and then we'll just connect up like so. And we will put a high priority on these levees so that we don't flood when the drought ends in 1.5 days. We'll probably be okay. And the drought is over. No problems at all. Still 4,000 water in stock. 12,000 food. Yeah, we're not going to be short on food anytime soon. The water should return. I have got these levees in. They got done in record time. That was nice. All of our power structure is connected up, except for this last one, because I want to see how much power this section is going to produce. And we're going to need the water to return first. I'm going to let that flow into here to help fill this up. So in a couple of days, we'll come back and divert the flow through and have a look. We have some explosives to set off over here. This will not bring it all down to the same level. There'll still be a little bit over here that needs to come down. But it should bring most of it down to the same level as this, in theory. So we'll set these off. We've got a few bits and pieces on the outside to do first. And now we can get to the main event. Okay, there we go. Yep, that worked pretty much as I was expecting it to. Brilliant. Okay, right, we can get rid of our stairs here. And we'll need to drop this down by one first. So we'll set those up. We can get to the edges of it. So we'll want a path, but we can get to the edges of it so we can set those up first and then just work our way across. And then we'll bring all of this section down as well. I guess it's going to be easiest to bring it down to this level and then work off of this level, bringing everything down bit by bit. Haven't quite decided where the levee wall for the reservoir is going to go. I think probably pretty much following that path is probably a decent first step. And then come down to about here. And come back up along that line there. I think that's probably thank you, autosave. I think that's probably the best bet. And then we could have maybe a section of deep water in here on the edge of the reservoir to set up our first pump to bring that up into a staging point to pump up into the top. That's probably the best bet. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Okay, all of our floodgates should be at the right level, except for this one, which we can open up again and bring the water into here. We did lose a little bit of hydration over here again as this disappeared, so I'm thinking it might be worth now coming in and deepening this with explosives. It means we'll store a little bit more water in this section here, and it means this will stay hydrated a little bit longer. And there's not really any place I could put in a swimming pool to add to it, really. So, yeah, that is what it is, I think. But certainly deepening this, maybe sort of just straightening off there and then deepening the rest of this. Probably a good idea. Okay. Okay. How are we doing? Okay, so power is coming back through here. We've used quite a lot of our power and we are still using it. Because we're not producing enough. Is it worth turning a couple more of our engines on? No, it's not. No, because we just need to connect this up. Okay, right. Let's see if we can do this without flooding everything. We will open that. So the water should start to split between the two and ease the pressure a little bit. Yeah, okay. I'll give it a little while to sort out its flow. I've let it run for a little while. We're on day 2, so halfway through day 2. That does require some careful handling of the floodgates here to prevent that from spilling over. I don't know what we can really do about that. I could put in another line of levees across there, but that will probably just send the flooding down slightly further. Worth a try, though. But now this is all running at full pace. You can see we are starting to lose water in here, so I want to do this as quickly as possible. 40,000 horsepower. That's all right. Let's get that connected up. And you know what? I've opened this up so it's flowing both ways, but you know what? Let's close that. Let's not bother running this for a little while. We can go back to switching that over later on, but I want to get this filled up. We're getting some significant amounts of power into the batteries at the moment. Would be quite nice. Are you going to come and build this? Yeah, we're waiting for a builder. Come on, builder. Where are you? Oh, you're under there. Good job. Right. So now, these are charging up much more quickly. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to run that for too long because I do want the water coming through here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open both sides. So that will significantly decrease the power coming out of here, but it will give us some water in our reservoir, which we kind of need. And I'll probably want to turn our water pumps back on, because we're down to just a few thousand water, which is terrible. Okay, so that's all of our water pumps turned back on. We are at 85%, still waiting for the last few hundred treated planks. I'll spin on. Day 4. We've refilled our reservoirs, so we've got this channel running at full power. This is still running at half power, but we have plenty of water going into the system, as it were. Our water supplies are replenishing. Our food supplies are up to 13,000. Over here, we are just laying in these explosives. It's going to take a little while because it's a little bit away from the district centre. Not too bad, but it's a bit of a trek for them. And obviously there isn't a huge amount of dynamite stored in this district. I suppose we could increase that, but nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're still sort of lagging on our repopulator. We're about 85% done. Yeah, it's going to take a little while. Over here, some of these trees are fully grown and some of them have produced pine resin, but we're still hovering around 7 in stock, which isn't great. The extra trees are growing here. Yeah, it's just a matter of waiting, really. There's not a lot more we can do. I suppose I could lay aside some of these trees in this district. Maybe. No, should be fine. Ooh, how about over here? Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea at all. Let's do that. Let's cancel the cutting order on... Ooh, all of those, let's say. No, let's say all of those. Just keep those little few pines over there, because we've got plenty of wood, clearly. And let's get ourselves, where are we? A tapper's shack in there. And we will pop a priority on that just to make sure it gets done, because we're obviously doing a lot of building work with dynamite over here. Speaking of dynamite, where are we? Over here, I think we should definitely have a channel to allow this water out. We could, in theory, put more water wheels on it. That's not out of the realms of possibility. Maybe set it up across here. And if we're going to come out anywhere, it's probably best that we come out down here. So I've set up some explosives to start that process. So we'll set those off. There we go. So this is going to be the exit channel for it. I'm going to get I think a log cutter down here to just get all these dead trees out of the way. That's probably a reasonable idea. Let's just pop that in very quickly. You should auto set to bot. Why didn't you? I thought I'd done that. Oh, I'll sort that out in a minute. And then we want to cut down all of these dead ends. Like so. There we go. Yeah, and then we'll just probably put in levee walls down there to direct the flow into this section here. Then we've got to figure out the actual route and lay in the explosives. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably widen this exit channel and put maybe sluices along it. And then floodgates on this bit. I don't know. I'll think about that. But I definitely want to widen that so it's got a easy escape. I don't know if that's going to affect the flow of that, though. No, I'll probably just keep it as it is then. And then maybe floodgates rather than sluices. Because I don't want to slow down the flow there. I mean, it is less than 1 tile high. Maybe we'll try it with sluices then. But as I say, I've got to blow the channel first, and that's going to take a while. Including getting up here. I'll figure that out. Right. Day 7. Our repopulator is slowly proceeding. We're still at 85%. Still less than 1,800 treated planks in there, but we are making a bit of progress. Our pine resin has increased a little bit. This only gets collected during the day, but it is being used 24/7 by our timber bots. You might be able to notice that we're running a bit low on timber bots. I took my eye off the ball for a few moments, and yeah, we ran out. So we have all 3 of our bot assemblers up and running at the moment. How are we looking? 37%, 50%, 35%. All right, so yeah, we are producing, but it's whether or not we can keep up with the deaths at the moment. Over here, as you can see, I have started digging this channel out. I've laid in the paths all the way around so we can figure out exactly where that needs to go. I think we've got it lined up, so we should be okay. I'm going to get in a lumberjack down here. Thank you, autosave. To get rid of these dead trees as well. And then we'll just, yeah, dynamite. We'll probably start at the top here. And bring this section down to here. I don't know if I'm going to bring the path back with it. It's probably not a bad idea, is it? Yeah, I'll probably bring the path back with it. So that we've got a walkway either side of the channel. I might go further as well, actually. Because if we're going to put in power wheels along there, we're going to want to be able to connect them up, aren't we? It's probably going to be on a separate circuit here. Okay, so when I bring this down, I'll bring it out a couple of tiles on either side as well, I think. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's probably what I'll do there. Sorry, that's literally just occurred to me, so... you have nothing to do down there, do you? I want to select your workstation. There we go. There we go. We can shut you down. Over here we are, as I say, putting in explosives. They are taking a little while. I have put in some additional storage for explosives over here. And I should probably set that to obtain, shouldn't I? Yeah, that's how things are going. So we're starting to get a bit more, as you can see, a bit more pine resin in. Everything's going okay. How's our power situation? Yeah, pretty good. Wait a second. Ah. We have a platform in there, randomly. There we go, that's a bit better. We're 60,000 again on that one. Complete luck that I chose that particular battery to look at. Wonder how long that's... I mean, presumably some time. Doesn't look like there's... It doesn't look like there's anything in any of the other channels, but... No, we think we're all right. Strange. Alright. Well, it's gone now, so that's fine. But they are all fully charged. We are... producing way more power than we are using. So let's shut these engines off again now. And save ourselves a little bit of wood. There we go. So that, I think, is all of our engines off. Yep, I think that's all of our engines switched off. And we're still producing way more power than we need. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. Okay. What am I going to do? I'm going to spin on. Oh no, we've got an engine on over here, but we can turn that one off as well. There we go. And we're still producing way more than we need, although the day has just ended. So that makes sense. Yeah, all I can really do is spin on. We'll get these explosives laid in and we'll continue work over here. And I'll get the explosives laid in over here and figure out what I'm going to do with this section. Halfway through day 10 then, we've got our first set of explosives arranged for our new water course. So let's set these off. Lovely stuff. Right, we can connect up these paths again so we can see where we're going. Like that. Okay, so that's the course we're doing. We're following this round, so we're going to basically lay in explosives all the way down there. So two wide on either side, and then all the way along here. I mean, there's no reason to leave that there, is there? Just that little section? No, we'll get rid of all of this. We'll get rid of all of this. Silly not to, really. Okay, so that will bring that down to this level, and then we'll have to come back and continue on and on until we're basically down to this level, I think. At least on this side. Is it really worth bringing it all the way down? Probably not. But maybe. I don't know. We'll have to think about that as we approach. Obviously, we're going to need to bring it down all the way here. But whether we need to bring the sides all the way down, I suppose it depends on how far down we want to put power wheels, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess we're coming all the way down, aren't we? Yep, that's fine. That's sorted that out then. In terms of everything else, over here we've got our repopulator going on. We're at 86% now, excitingly. We're over 1,800. We still only have 124. So actually, we've nearly got enough treated planks in stock to complete the repopulator. What do we need? 163. Yeah, we're not far off. Okay, that's good. So that's just going to be a case of putting that together then. Right. I shall spin on. Day 13 has arrived. We've got no sign of the drought or bad tide warning as yet, but we do have these explosives ready to go. So, There we go. Just the job. Right, we can get rid of these stairways to nowhere. And then we can... I mean, I was going to say draw in the paths again, but we only need to do that so we can actually reach everywhere. Oh, that's a bit far. Never mind. There we go. Right, we can get rid of that. We don't need that. We will, I think, connect the path up there. Just so they've got two options. And we are going to need to lay in explosives here as well. So we'll start this end. And we definitely want to come out at least that far. Like so. And then... Oh, that was one more than we needed. But, yeah, again, I'm just going to bring all of this down to the same height. There's no advantage in keeping it, I suppose. Yep, we'll just end up doing that. Right. We are worryingly short on bots still. We do have all three assemblers on. All four part factories on. But we're not quite keeping up with the deaths. So we might need another assembler that we can turn on every now and again just to boost the numbers. But we're not really adding many bots to the needed workforce because we're not putting in any buildings or anything at the moment that require bots. So all we really need to do is keep that steady, but that's all it's doing. I mean, it's flitting between 4 and 3. So we kind of want a bit more of a buffer, ideally. Don't know. We might leave it for the moment. See, it's just got up to 4. Whether that will stay at 4 for long, who knows? Yeah, I guess I'll spin on one more time. We've nearly got the first layer of explosives done over here. I've put in another builder's hut to see if that speeds things up. In terms of our repopulator, we are 125 treated planks away from completion. We have 108 in stock. So in theory, it's just a case of getting the parts over here. I'll spin on. There's the bad tide. 7 days, we should be okay. I've already switched this over in the hope that because it's already been dealing with that full flow, we aren't going to get any flooding problems with the bad water this time. That's my thinking. Hopefully that will work. It looks like it's working. It doesn't look like we're getting any kind of surge from the bad water at the moment, so that's okay. Seems to be holding pretty steady. Over here, this should have automatically changed over. It has. Excellent stuff. Okay, that's all good. Up here, we are just putting in the last few explosives for this section here. Over here, we are putting in the last sort of bundle of explosives around the edge here, so that won't be too long. We are starting to run out of explosives, so I might ease up on this for a little while and let our supplies build back up again. But we are tantalizingly close to finishing our repopulator. We need 70 more treated planks. We have more than enough. It literally is just a case of getting them here now and building this thing. So it's only going to be a couple of days at most before that's done. So I'll definitely play on until we've got that finished. Yeah, and wait till we've got the explosives laid in. Everything should be fine. Food-wise, we're okay. Oh, I should probably pause our water pumps, shouldn't I? Make sure that we actually maintain the water that we've got stored. But as I say, it's only a 7-day bad tide, so we should be absolutely fine. There shouldn't be any problem maintaining. We've got 6,500 water, so we should be absolutely fine. Okay, I will spin on. I will come back and blow up some explosives when they're ready to go. But otherwise, thank you, autosave. Otherwise, we'll just wait for our repopulator to be done. Okay, we are tantalizingly close to having our repopulator completed. We need one more treated plank, and then we just need to assemble it. Obviously, it takes a little bit of while to build it, so it's still going to take some time to finish. But we're very, very close. Yeah. Okay, over here, you'll have seen that I've laid in all the explosives and set those off, except for this one, which is now done. I'm going to leave that for a little while. I'm trying to build up our stock of explosives again. Over here, I've extended our platforms out this way, and instead of putting in another bot factory, because I think we're just about okay with our bots for the moment, but I've put in another explosives factory. Just because, you know, we need the explosives at the moment. So that's what's going on over there. Over here, we are in the process of laying in the next bit. I'm not going to bother bringing this down yet. If we need to, we can do. Or if we want to, we can do. Obviously, we want to be careful about bringing it down too far because we've got these source blocks right here. So for the moment, I'm just bringing it down in this L shape. All these explosives will bring it down to this level. Where these steps are here, and then we'll just need to bring it down another couple to get it down to the right level. So we are making progress. Definitely making progress. We'll have that done at some point. I will, I think, at least spin on till the end of the bad tide, and we'll see how close we are. We've got all the parts, so it is just a case of putting it together. We'll see how long it takes. There we are. The bad tide is over. We did, again, absolutely fine. No problems at all. We are, again, so close. 5% left to construct on this. So close. So it shouldn't take long. Maybe 2 more days, I think. If that. Over here, I've put some roofs up on these lodges over here to give them the aesthetics bonus for that. That's pretty much all I've done. I've not set up any more explosives over here. And we're still waiting for these to go in. We're doing all right. We're about halfway through. And it looks like at least some of the resources have already been delivered to this lot. What are we waiting for? Explosives. Yeah, that's fair. None at all in this district at the moment. But we do have 220 in total. How many are over here? 84 of them are over there. All right. So yeah, it's just a matter of getting them over there, really. So that's all fine. Right, I can turn on these pumps again, and I will spin on until our repopulator is finished. There it is. Watch out, Earth. Our beaver's going to populate all over your face. Okay, what do we need? We need 500 treated planks and 500 berries to launch. I mean, we're not far off with the treated planks. Berries, we've got about 500 in stock, so... Oh no. Hang on. They wear little crash helmets. Little flying helmets. Oh, that is adorable. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Oh, I'm so happy. Genuinely happy about that. Love it. Right, well that is built. We're going to need to obviously take some time to fill it up. We do have a berry collector over here. And plenty of berries for them to collect. In fact, we've got another one over here. So let's turn that one on as well. I don't think we've got any more berries anywhere around this district. Oh, we've got some over here. Yeah, why not? Let's get rid of that. And we'll pop a gather flag in over here as well. Okay, so in other news, this is, again, splitting the flow between filling up our reservoirs and running our wheels. We are still producing nearly double the power that we're using. Our explosives here, we are making some progress. It's taking a little while, just getting the explosives into this district, really. I was wondering if it's worth actually putting in an explosives factory or two over here. Maybe a centrifuge as well. We've actually managed to build up our stock of bots again, which is good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily pause that one. I'm going to switch you over to making chassis for a little while. Yeah, so we have the spare bots to do it if we want to. Maybe. We'll think about this. I think probably getting on with getting this finished is our first goal for this district. As I say, we do have the explosives. It's just getting them across here. Over here we are going to need more explosives again, because we are going to need to bring all of this down to as deep as we can get it, basically. I've squared off this corner so we can just come all the way down here. And I just need to make sure I leave enough space for a little sort of step up for the pumps, because they only reach 8 squares. So we'll have to figure out how high we want to build it and how many pumps we'll need. And then figure out power connections and steps for all the water. Yeah, we'll see about that. But that's the next big project. I think we'll leave it there for this episode. I think we've done fine. We've got our power wheels up and running with an expansion already underway. We've got our repopulator in. Oh, I put some roofs over here. I can't remember if I mentioned, but on these lodges over here, I've just put some 3x2 roofs to give them a little bit of bonus as well. And over here, I popped in a mud bath next to the motivatorium over here, and a statue to cover both. So our well-being is currently at 56, which isn't bad. But as I say, we will leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Please do give us a like and a subscribe if you have enjoyed it and you want to see more. Please give us any comments down below. Thank you very much to everybody who does comment. And please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye-bye.